I've just landed in Texas for the World Cup, and the heat is another level.
The debate is over. That is it. The debate of what's hotter, America in the summer or the UK in the summer. Brits before travelling to America would say, no, there's nothing like UK heat. But now, thousands and thousands of Brits are coming out and saying, boldly and truthfully, they owe America an apology because America is hotter. But you know what's crazy? America is in preheat right now. This isn't even peak American summer. I've been travelling to America for many, many years. I've experienced America at truly hot temperatures. So when I say nothing beats American heat, I wasn't lying. I wasn't just saying it. This is the truth. And now my words are backed up by thousands and thousands of other Brits. This is the truth. The debate is over. America is hotter. American weather is no joke. America is built different. It is decided.
The debate is over. Said by a man who has been arguing this for years and just had it confirmed by his own sweating body on a Tuesday morning in Texas. And he is far from the only one. Because right now, thousands of Europeans have landed in America for the World Cup. And every single one of them is finding out the hard way what Americans have always known. This heat is different. This heat is serious. This heat does not care where you are from. This one is my favorite. A British man, standing outside in America, trying to describe what is happening to him in real time. Nobody prepared him for this.
It genuinely feels like the sun is a few meters away from my face right now. When you walk around, it feels like you're walking through a hairdryer.
9 o'clock in the morning and it's already 85 degrees and I'm sweating.
The Americans like this type of weather, right? You burn yourself, you get 40 years older by the minute, going and going. By the time we're done this walk, I'm going to have a cane.
I've just arrived in America to watch England in the World Cup. I've never, ever felt heat like this. My top lip is sweating.
In Raleigh today, the streets are melting. What the fuck?
This Texas heat is ridiculous. It's cooler on the sun. It's so hot, I saw fire ants with sunscreen on.
Not even summer, mate. It's not even summer, and it's nearly 90 degrees. It's like 87 degrees. 87 fucking degrees. Look at me, mate. I'm fucking sweating. Absolutely fucking sweating.
Fire ants with sunscreen on. That is not a complaint. That is a cry for help. From a man standing in what Americans call a perfectly normal spring morning. And the thing is, it gets worse. Because back in Europe, they do not have what Americans take for granted. If you are still watching this and you have not hit subscribe yet, I respect your dedication to being difficult. But hit the button. Every day on this channel, we are pulling back the curtain on what the world really thinks about America. Not what the media says. Not what the headlines push. So subscribe. And do not miss what is coming next. Now here is where it gets interesting. Because the heat is only half the story. A British woman, living in America, about explaining exactly why European heat feels so much worse than American heat. And it has nothing to do with temperature.
When British people say that the heat is different in the UK, it's so unbearable, the only reason it's unbearable is because we don't have much AC in the UK. I'm in St. George, Utah, which is southern Utah. It's 41 Celsius, which is 106 Fahrenheit, and this heat is crazy. Like, I have never experienced anything like this, and the humidity isn't even that high. It's like 6% humidity, which is so low.
While I will say the heat is like nothing I've ever imagined outside here, I do feel like you guys do get a little bit of a break from it when you go inside and your houses have aircon, whereas in the UK we don't have aircon, so it's literally like boiling inside, boiling outside, and your fan's blowing hot air. Like, there is no break to the heat.
No break. That is the key word. In America, you walk into a store, frozen. You get in your car, frozen. You walk into a restaurant, frozen. In Europe, you walk outside into the heat. Then you walk inside, into more heat. There is no escape. And that is the part Americans never think about. This clip made me laugh out loud. A comedian breaking down the European resistance to air conditioning in a way that is both hilarious and completely accurate. Watch this.
Are you guys doing okay over there? I heard it's really hot. It's terrible. France has had over 1,000 excess deaths during the worst of the heat. That's awful, but you guys have air conditioning, right? No. People are putting yogurt on their windows to cool down. Yogurt? You skipped air conditioning and went straight to Greek yogurt? Yeah, we're lining up outside like it's Black Friday to buy fans.
Yogurt on the windows. Ice packs on surgeons. Bus drivers fainting. Fans are selling out like it is Black Friday, while Americans sit in their perfectly cooled offices wondering what all the fuss is about. And here is the thing that blows every European's mind when they finally arrive in America. A British woman from Texas, putting it perfectly.
Now that Europeans have come here for the World Cup, they're discovering exactly why we are so obsessed with central AC. Because it's hot as crap here. It's just so hot, it makes you tired, you're dehydrated no matter how much you drink. It's just scorching hot. And guess what, guys? It gets even hotter. Just wait till July or August. Be thankful you won't be here then. Unless you're traveling over then. In that case, be thankful we have central AC.
Be thankful we have central AC. Said by a Texan who has never had to put yogurt on a window in her life. And will never have to. Because America figured this out a long time ago. Now let me show you what happens when a British man tries to walk somewhere in Texas. In the UK, when someone says it is 10 minutes away, they mean walking. Watch what happens here.
As an English person visiting Texas, there's one thing I can't get used to, and it is the walking. It is so hot and humid, but when we ever ask directions in the UK, we'll say it's 10 or 15 minutes away, and we mean a walk. Here, they mean drive, and that is two completely different things in Texas. A 10-minute drive in the UK would probably be a 30-40 minute walk. A 10-minute drive in Texas is literally 3 to 4 hours walking in the hottest heat and the most humid air that you can imagine. They are not the same thing, and you cannot walk anywhere in Texas.
Oh my days, it's too hot. Yeah, it'll be good though. What have you been doing? Literally nothing. Just got the shopping out the car.
3 to 4 hours walking. In heat that feels like a hairdryer. With no air conditioning anywhere in sight. That is not a heat wave. That is a survival situation. And yet Americans do this every single day without a second thought. Because they have the one thing that changes everything. The car. The AC. The blessed cold air that hits you the moment you close that door. And then there is this. The moment that perfectly captures the entire relationship between Europeans and American heat. A British man. 93 degrees. Completely losing his mind.
America, we need to have a word about the thing you can see on my face. The sun, the heat. Yesterday, it was 80 Fahrenheit. And I thought that was scorching. I was sweating, absolutely dripping my whole body. Today, it's going to be 93 Fahrenheit. I don't know if my British body can take this. I'm not used to this. I'm used to the rain. In the UK, it rains 220 days out of the year, which is a whole nother story that we don't need to get on. We don't need to talk about. But this heat is something else. I don't know if it's safe for me to be outside today. I need factor 60. They don't even do factor 60. They only do factor 50, but I need factor 60. And I spoke to some people yesterday, and they said this isn't even hot for America. This is nothing. This is just the beginning. Summer hasn't even started yet. If summer hasn't even started yet, I don't know if I can be here in the summer. I don't think it's possible for me. I'm just going to turn into a little bit of crisp.
Burnt crisp. That is what 93 degrees does to a man from a country where it rains 220 days a year. And that is before peak summer even starts. But here's the thing. A British man traveling across America just figured out something that most people never stop to think about. Something that actually makes Americans look at their own country differently. Watch this.
Something that still blows my mind as a British man traveling around America. It's the fact that you can genuinely pick which climate you want. For instance, we were in Chicago about 8 days ago.
I love you, America. Said by a man who drove 2,000 miles across a country, so big you can change the entire climate just by driving for a few hours. In the UK, you drive for hours and you get more rain. In America, you drive for hours and you get a completely different world. Here's what this video is really about. Europeans arrive in America complaining about the heat. And they are right. It is hot. Brutally, aggressively, relentlessly hot. But somewhere between the moment they step into their first perfectly air-conditioned building and the moment they realize they can drive 2 hours and be in a completely different climate, something shifts. The heat stops being the enemy. It becomes part of the experience. Part of what makes this country so outrageously, impossibly, gloriously itself. And the Europeans who come here sweating, leave wanting to come back. Every single time. Drop a comment below. Americans, what is the hottest place you have ever been in your own country? And if you are European, what was the moment American heat broke you?